Hi, welcome to the highly anticipated plant tour. And by anticipated, I mean I anticipated this. I really wanted it to happen because nobody asked for this, but here I am doing it. God, my camera's low on battery. Anyways, I wanted to give you a little tour of all the plants that I have. Half of them are here in my room and then the other half are in the living room. Because there's just not enough space here. I literally got my first plants back in November or something, and it has now grown to this many. Speaking of my first plant, this, along with one of the ones in the living room, was my first. This is Blaze. It's a golden pothos plant. By the way, I do have names for most plants. Some of them are unnamed because I just haven't come up with names yet. It does mean that if they die, I will probably be a lot sadder, but it does mean that I'm happier when they are alive, so whatever. Also, I'm like kneeling right now on the floor because that's the only way this works, and it's uncomfortable, but whatever. Anyways, Blaze is such a pretty plant. Yeah, and Blaze has grown so much in the time that I got it. Over here are just a bunch of cuttings of plants. Like, I have a bunch of cuttings of, I think this is satin pothos. So that's there, and then this, I'm not sure, I forgot what kind of plant this is, but yeah. Over here in the corner is Gil. Gil is my snake plant. Gil is very pretty, named after a fish from Finding Nemo, so that's great. I think it is, I don't know. Over here we have Irida. Irida is a Swiss cheese plant. I originally got this plant from the plant shop and I named it Iris. And then like a week or so ago, I decided to repot this plant and found out that actually there were two plants in there. They just stuck like two cuttings in the same pot so it would look fuller, I guessed. And so I split them up and gave them each their own pot. And so yeah, this is Irida. Arisa is the other one because I had to make variations off Iris. You know, that's just the rules at that point. But yeah, so I gave them each their own pot and now they're doing very well. New growth right there. I'm so happy. These two are jars of cuttings. I'm not going to pick them up because I feel like I dropped them accidentally or something. Over here we have Jade. Jade is some kind of pothos. I don't remember what kind, but this is a pothos plant, so yeah. It doesn't grow as fast as Blaze, my golden pothos, but we still love her. And then the last one that I have over here, I don't think I'm gonna move it just because it's kind of a pain to move it, but I have this plant over here. Again, I forgot what kind of plant it is. I think it's in the Tradescantia, I don't know, that family of plants. But yeah, it's just crawling around, doing its own thing, you know. I got this pot at this shop near like 90th or 89th Street, and originally when I went to the shop, I saw this pot and I was like, I don't really need it. But then for like the next 4 days afterwards, I was like, God, I can't stop thinking about that pot I really wanted, so I ended up buying it. And now we move to the living room plants. Some of these plants are my roommates, and some of them are mine. Most of them are mine, probably. This is Raindrop, my peace lily. Raindrop was one of the first plants that I got, along with Blaze, back in November. If you didn't know, peace lilies are super dramatic. Like, they will wilt so far when they don't get enough water. But they're like completely fine. They always rebound, so it's just like, why? Why are you like this? To be honest, I'm like that sometimes, so it's okay. We love her the way she is. Next up we have Arisa. Arisa's the other half of the Swiss cheese plant. The only thing is one of her leaves is getting kind of yellow and I'm concerned. Maybe it's because of the repotting, I don't know. Next up we have my Philo Brandy plant. Anyways, she's super pretty. We love this plant. And we have this other, you know what, I forgot the name of this plant as well, but it's also in the Tradescantia family. It's actually almost like identical to one that my roommate has, so, you know, they're just sisters hanging out. And then back there I have more cuttings of satin pothos and the other plant, which I still can't remember its name. But yeah, Also, I totally forgot to mention this back there, but I do have these two plant lights. The plant lights are completely identical. I got them both at the same time, which is when they put scaffolding in front of our building, which means we don't get a whole lot of light in our apartment anymore. Not that we ever really did. But yeah, those are all the plants that I have. I hope you enjoyed getting to know all my plants. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, I don't know. I honestly, I don't even use the bell notification when I watch YouTube, so like, whatever. Merci pour avoir regardé, et ça c'est tout.